Today we're going to build a special building, but our special building, it's going to need a good foundation. And I know I think of stone when I think of a good solid foundation for a building. But I don't want to dig up that stone. Instead, we're going to make some stone. So I guess the first question I have is, how is stone made? One source is from volcanoes. Volcanoes spew out liquid hot lava, and that lava eventually cools down, especially when it comes in contact with water. So for today, we need our magical bucket of water. And we're also going to need a bucket of liquid hot lava. Once we mix those two together, we're going to create a lot of steam. And now, voila! A special foundation that's made out of solid rock. Bow wow wow wow! Yeah! Okay, no, seriously though. We have our special foundation made out of red lava and blue water. And oh, what's this? Oh, it's the yellow sun rising up from the horizon. Yeah, we're going to have the yellow sun that's going to shine down on our special building. But I wonder, what kind of building will last forever? Because I want our special building to last forever. Well, I think about the oldest buildings that I can think of. The pyramids. The oldest pyramid known right now is 4,680 years old, and it's still standing today. So our special building's also going to be a pyramid. And you know what? It was voted #1 building. So I want to put a #1 at the corners, or the cornerstones, of all the points on my special pyramid. Now our first building turned out to be such a success that we're going to build a second one. And I'm going to make this one so it wouldn't be able to stand on its own if it wasn't for the first building, because it's connected to that first building. Almost like that first building is its foundation. It's going to have a roof that's going to be just as wide as the base is wide. Next, I'm going to run 2 walls that go deep underground. Make a cool basement. So far, the yellow sun shines down over the foundation made of blue water and red lava. But now I wonder, what does the yellow sun and the blue water help to grow? Well, what I'm going to put between them is green grass, because that's what grows with the help of the yellow sun and the blue water. And we all know that volcanoes are hot, and we know that the sun is hot. So what goes between those? Well, I think about that green grass, and if it was in that hot sun and the red hot lava touched it, it would turn to orange flames. So, poof! Now we have orange. What happens if I take that red lava and that blue water and I put them together? What color did I get? Well, let's put them together first, and let me show you a trick. If I remove the tail of the R, you'll see it becomes a P. And if I remove the bottom hoop of the B, it also becomes a P. That's my first hint. It's going to be purple goes in there. But I have another way of remembering it also. If you play Minecraft, you already know that red lava and blue water make purple obsidian. Or another way of thinking of it is that underground can be cold or it can be hot. Water is cold, red lava is hot, so purple can be kind of both. Remember, purple is in our underground basement of the second building. Now my second building was such a success that I also want to make sure I put 2s now in the corners of the building to remind me it was my second building. And now it's time for something crazy. We're going to make a third building. This building can't fit inside of our other 2 buildings, so we're going to make hallways at the little corners. We're going to make 6 hallways pointing outwards. Now these next colors are a little bit tricky because different people in different artistic professions call them by different names. We're going to keep it really simple. I'm going to have you call them by what makes the color itself. Yellow and green make yellowish green. Green and blue make bluish green. What? And I know what you're thinking. Mr. Morris, why don't you call it greenish blue? The reason's simple. 1 always comes before 2. Let me explain. Blue is a primary color, and it has the 1 next to it. Green is a secondary color, and it has the 2 next to it. The 1 comes before the 2, so the blue comes before the green. From here we can see blue plus purple is bluish purple. Purple plus red is purplish red. Oh, wait, or is it? No, that's right. Red has the 1, purple has the 2, so red comes before purple. Red plus orange is reddish orange. Now, can you guess if it's going to be orangish yellow or yellowish orange? That's right. It's going to be yellowish orange because yellow has the 1, it comes first. Orange has the 2, it comes second. Now what we have finally done is we've created what we're going to call the prismatic color wheel. Fancy. We'll cover why it's called the prismatic color wheel on a future video. So our prismatic color wheel has 3 primary colors, has 3 secondary colors. Let's review all that. A primary has 1 color in it, only 1. Whereas a secondary has 2 colors in it. And a tertiary, you guessed it, has 3 colors inside of it. It's like you took your primary with 1 and you took your secondary with 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we covered primaries and secondaries and tertiaries, but wait, what about tints? Let's think about the story of our color wheel again. I can walk up and run my fingers through the green grass. I can swim in that warm blue water. I can go underground in those purple caves. Red lava can heat everything up near me. Orange flames, well, I can roast marshmallows on those. But that yellow sun, I can't touch it. I can feel its warmth, but I can't walk up to it. Because it's not here, is it? It's somewhere else. It's in the sky? But what's the sky? No, I think it's in outer space. And we all know space is very black. And the weird rocks and things, well, a lot of those look very gray. Fun side note, in the UK, gray is spelled G-R-E-Y. In the United States, it's G-R-A-Y. Lastly, the stars in space look white. What's special about tints is they're not colors, but they influence colors. Just like outer space is not part of Earth, but everything outside of Earth influences us here on our planet. Alright, time for a review. There are 3 primary colors, 3 secondary colors, 6 tertiary colors, 3 tints. A primary color has 1 color inside of it, a secondary has 2 colors inside of it, a tertiary has 3 colors inside of it, and a tint? No colors are in it. It's not a color, it's a tint. I hope you've been enjoying the video. I do have to say I did make an oops, and I'm sorry. In all the excitement, I forgot we need to put a 3 at the bottom of each one of our arrows, our hallways going to our 3rd building. That'll also remind you that a tertiary has 3 colors in it. The last part of my color wheels, I'm going to put a box with 3 squares in it. I'm going to put that away from the rest of the wheel because it's not part of the wheel, but it influences the wheel. In that, I'm going to put the black, gray, and white for my tints. And that, my friends, that's your chromatic color wheel with tints. We're sorry, but due to the recent shortages in revenue generated by the wholesale purchase of fur coats developed for cats in Florida, and the stagnation of growth in the cement cookie industry, we at Nell Corp are sad to announce that this current animation for the video will be required through both federal jurisdiction of the Moon and the Alliance of Squid Groomers International to henceforth not be funded. Here at Nell Corp, our expressed concern is for your continued education, and we hope that this drop in the already low quality of this animated video does not inconvenience you, your family, or that one neighbor's dog named Fred that keeps digging holes in my yard. We shall now return you to your already airing video, Mr. Line. Now, there are 2 types of colors that I want to talk about today, or I should say color combinations. First, there are analogous colors, and second, there are complementary colors. Now, these sound like big, confusing, scary words to memorize, but I'm going to tell you the concepts behind them, pretty simple. It's kind of like mommy and daddy. And mommy and daddy, orange is their baby. And orange, just like any other baby, has some traits from mommy and it has some traits from daddy. And so maybe it has daddy's nose, but it has mommy's hair. I don't know. But my point is that
these are all related colors. They have a little bit of each other inside of each other. So we call those analogous colors. Colors that are next to each other on the color wheel are analogous. So yellow and green would also be analogous colors. Blue, yellow, green as a grouping would be an analogous color. Complementary colors are a little bit different, but stick with me for a moment. Some of you live in the suburbs and you may have heard of a cul-de-sac. If you haven't, imagine this. You're driving along and there's little houses on the sides of the road, and then you come to this weird spot where the road goes in a big circle. There's no houses in the middle, but there are houses all the way around. This is a cul-de-sac. And you see it in a lot of suburban environments. Imagine for a moment our color wheel, our prismatic color wheel, is the cul-de-sac. And we come driving in early in the morning and newspapers were just delivered. Mr. Purple walks out his front door and he says, "Hello, neighbor!" As he looks across and he sees Mr. Yellow walking out his door to get his newspaper. Mr. Yellow looks up and he says, "Well, hello, Mr. Purple. You look plumberific today." Mr. Purple laughs for a moment and he says, "Mr. Yellow, you look so bright and shiny and beautiful like the sun." These two colors are across from each other on that cul-de-sac, and they're giving each other a complement. They are complementary colors. Blue and orange, green and red, yellow and purple. Even our tertiary colors would become complementary if you go across the prismatic color wheel.